Just open the floor for any questions that you guys might have about the shows or the industry or what have you.
Yeah, I got a couple of questions.
Okay.
First of all, okay, you're pretty much aware about the Gundam franchise, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I've noticed there were some Gundam shows that some dubbing studios in either Canada or here in America had kind of missed. And just to name one out of my head, Mobile Suit Gundam Double Zeta. And I was wondering, how come Funimation hasn't got like the dubbing licenses on those missing Gundam shows?
I wish I could give you the insider track on all that. I'm an actor. Yeah, and sadly, well, for many reasons, we don't have any input on that really. I mean, we could say, hey, we love this show, but there's so much involved in the licensing process and obtaining a show to be able to dub it. It's a really complicated process, so sorry I don't have any information for you there.
Right, then I was going to ask about another question about Line Barrels of Iron. I know that Funimation is currently dubbing it, and, but you don't have that much inside information, so.
Yeah, sorry. But you can always Funimation's on Facebook and actually have a lot of information about upcoming shows, and of course their own website you can look at to get information about what's coming up and what they're acquiring. Sure. Yeah.
How do you exactly audition for voice acting? Do you send them a video before you do the voice?
This is a really good question. How do you audition for an anime show? How do you get involved? Well, main thing, you need to live in the area where it's done. Okay? And I know we're here in South Texas, but if you have any plans of moving to the Houston area, Dallas area, LA, New York, that's where a great deal of production happens. So it is important to be nearby, because most likely you will start in a wall session where you're a background character. Or maybe you start in a supporting character role. But, you certainly don't want to move somewhere just to do anime voicing, unless you can stay with somebody and your cost of living, someone can help you with that, because you want to make sure you build up. It's not something that happens overnight and you can just live off of that. So that's important to know. They do, at Funimation, if they accept demos, they should never be longer than a minute. And they'll probably listen to the first 15 seconds. Maybe they'll listen beyond that, but make sure that it's a good quality demo since you live here. Normally I would say you don't need a demo, just go in and audition. You can actually call Funimation and they will put you on a list to come in and audition. And then you keep auditioning. There's about 500 people that they already draw from for these shows, actors. Doesn't mean you can't get in, of course you can. But you will probably have to audition more than once, before you hit. And then once you get in the system and people like working with you, they know you're good to work with, and you show up on time, you take direction well, you're pleasant, and then you got the chops, to be a voice actor, then they usually will keep working with you, which is really great. But if you're going to send in a demo, make sure it's done professionally. Don't record yourself in your closet. Happens. I don't listen to these, but I hear people telling me like, someone was in their closet and they're like, okay, now I'm going to do my chopper voice. Ready? Okay, here we go. And then they have this recording in their closet, and it's hard to invest in something initially if you're not really sure. I would say that all of us are actors, first and foremost. We voice act, we do commercials, we do film, we do TV. Many people do a lot of different things, like David was saying, so you can just be involved in the industry and keep this as a full-time job, because it's difficult to have a 9 to 5 and then be in this industry. You need to be available to come and record 4 and 5 hours a day. So if you can find something that's flexible and so you can do this full time, that's great. But if you send it a demo, make sure it's, don't spend $1,000 on it. You should probably spend a couple $100. So I don't want anyone to take it and go, oh yeah, I'll make you a fabulous demo. I'll get $1,000, thank you. But find a reputable, production house nearby, record it there, do some character voices. But you'll also find that not all the shows cast people that just do, like the chopper voices. A lot of my characters are not crazy over the top. There's a lot of us that do that. So make sure that you have a representation of just your normal voice. And when you have to record for 6 hours, it's nice when you put those characters as just your normal voice, because you can hang with that for so long, But get a demo, no longer than a minute. Don't spend over a few $100s on it, and submit it to the different Funimation, ADD, those different groups. and see what happens. But don't stop auditioning. And if you're thinking, well, I can't move to Dallas. I'm here. It's a long way away. I'm going to be here for a while. Okay, well, work on your training as an actor. You don't have to be a theater actor, but many of us are. I'm sure that you guys have been to cons before, you've met these voice actors who are like, well, I studied theater, but well, I'm one of those too. I studied theater in college, and it's funny, you just never know what life will take you. I thought it was going to be a lawyer. I'm so glad things worked out the way they did. I mean, that's a great career field, but I had no idea that I'd be able to get into this industry. And I love it, and I'm so glad that you guys love it. And it's awesome to come to conventions like this and actually meet you. And because it's lonely. You're in a booth by yourself. And it's great that at least now we can get online, we can look at forums, and we can go to Facebook and see, all right, people are, they like this, they don't like this, what's happening, fans are happy about these choices. You have no idea what that does for us. We think we don't pay attention, but we really do, and it's really cool. Because you're by yourself in the booth, there's a director and the engineer, and then your friends within the company. Funimation's a pretty big dubbing house in Dallas-Fort Worth, so we see each other, but it's nice to get out and meet people that really care about it and like it. So, sorry, that's a long answer to your question. But do we have any other questions? Yeah?
Did you study music after your college?
I wish I had. But I did not. We are, if you're getting into like the band thing, I wasn't one of those kids in high school that knew she could sing, really. Kind of did. I was in musical theater, but I wasn't one of those girls that did was like, let's singer. And that's fine when people know that. I think that's great because you can focus and make things happen. But I really didn't discover that until after I graduated from college. I've done some musical theater, but as far as the whole jazz thing, Dave and I have been in a jazz band for years, and now we have our own music, which, little plug, you can find us at the And we started writing together after being in a jazz band together for 3 years. But interesting anime connection. I found him through another anime, or his band, through another anime voice actress named Meredith McCoy, who is, I think, Android 18. Yeah, Meredith. And she's a singer. They wanted to hire her for a gig. She wasn't available. We were with the same agent. It's also good to get an agent when you want to get into this business, because they get to be the bad cop and you get to be the good cop. They handle all the crazy stuff that happens. But anyway, she called me and she was like, hey, I know you do musical theater. You want to sing jazz with this band? I said, yeah, I'd love to. My mom was a jazz singer when she was younger, so I grew up a little bit. And she sang, you guys may know Tommy Dorsey and Glenn Miller. Not everyone here will know those names, but they're pretty amazing. But Mom sang with them when she was a kid, so at like 19. And anyway, so I didn't, but I do recommend studying. It is important to be able to read music, have some theory under your belt, but it's also good to have a natural style that you develop as your own. So I think it's a good combination of studying, but then trusting your gut. But honestly, I wouldn't have gotten into music seriously if I hadn't met this guy.